Welcome back. In the previous part, we collected a few ingredients around this bar here in order for us to prepare a drink with Gallagher here. So,
that being said, mixing a drink is way simpler than you'd imagine. Just pick your favorite ingredients, toss them in a glass, mix it up, and it's done. So, go ahead, explore the bar and bring me any ingredients you prefer.
oh, I've gathered the ingredients, mate.
Nice work. Let me take a look. You found some interesting ingredients there. Now, take your pick. Each drink has its own unique flavor, and the base ingredient sets the tone for the initial taste and the lingering aftertaste. So, which one would you like to use as the base?
So we weren't getting more recipes, they were just this. Okay. Let's start with a Soul Glad base. Yeah.
Sweeter than Suza juice and more bitter than dream syrup. Dream in a bottle. That's a metaphor for Penacony itself. Now that you've chosen the base, it's time to pick the adjunct. The ingredient that'll create a marvelous chemical reaction with the base. It should give an unforgettable taste without overpowering the main tone. So, what's your choice for the adjunct?
A Bright Future, because that's the one we traded some trash for.
Bright Future. A taste that's been a long time coming. I'll never forget the flavor that danced on my tongue as Mikhail whisked me through the dreamscape wilderness. Those were haunting times. Too beautiful to be real.
Mikhail.
Almost there. Let's pick a decoration. Which style do you prefer? Anything you need, I've got it.
It is like, yeah, we've heard that name before. Coin-shaped lemon slices, please. I do like lemons.
The IPC's favorite. Ambitious, aren't you? Well, it's done.
Ooh.
Here's to you, lost sheep, with this glass of the big sleep. To the ghosts of the past.
Well done, Gallagher. You're not over the hill yet.
So, are you satisfied?
Oh, the flavors! They're way more sophisticated than Soul Glad.
The richness and layers of these flavors are a masterpiece, especially with the adjuncts. I can taste the spicy and sour notes with a hint of sweetness. I'm not entirely sure what it all means. Maybe Mr. Gallagher can shed some light on it.
Well, if you're expecting a profound answer, I'm afraid I'll disappoint you. The imagery it implies is pretty straightforward. It's just a glimpse of what this dream truly tastes like. Nothing more.
Does this true taste have anything to do with that Mikhail?
Mikhail. I heard this name in my dream. Several times.
Yeah, that name does sound familiar. When you got knocked out by that masked fool girl, I think I heard someone calling that name. Do you remember?
I was right about you. You guys seem to know quite a bit, and now there's no reason to hide anything from you anymore. Let's dig deeper into the case, and of course, I'll tell you a story about Mikhail.
Oh, please do. Please do.
All right, let's start with what we know based on the clues the family has. It seems that Firefly isn't a local or an invited guest. In other words, she's a stowaway. She managed to fool me at first. My age must be getting the best of me. But here on the planet of festivities, stowaways are a common sight. You're bound to run into one sooner or later. After the incident, the hounds wasted no time searching for that girl in both the dreamscape and reality. But here's the thing. We only received bad news, and the trickiest kind at that. She simply vanished. leaving no trace in the dreamscape or reality, as if she had never come to Penacony at all.
Or maybe that she's someone else.
Huh? Does that mean...
Yeah, maybe things will turn out different than what we think.
Different? Are you suggesting that girl wasn't actually killed? Come on, aren't you a witness in this case?
That is exactly what I'm suggesting.
Let me be frank. This case, actually, is unlike anything the Bloodhound family has dealt with before.
Dealt with before, so death does happen in Penacony, if I understand correctly.
You've witnessed it, so there's no need to hide. Even the shiniest city has its dark side. We're all adults here. Surely I don't need to explain too much to you. Confronting the family based on that alone would be naive. Death may occur in sweet dreams. So what? Such events are highly unlikely and only affect a tiny number of people. If you really want to delve deeper into this case, you need to understand the true problem with the family.
I guess it's time to tell the story of that Mikhail.
You're very perceptive. The Astral Express has received that music box too, right? Do you know the secrets it holds?
There's a message. Witness the impossible in the realm of dreams. Find the legacy of the Watchmaker, father of Penacony, and thus the answer to the question, why does life slumber?
And again, that's similar to what Acheron was saying with the red text before.
That's the exact wording.
Hey, why are you laughing? Wait, did you write it? It's quite poetic.
No, but I'm the officer in charge of this case, so how could I not know? I'm sure you must have noticed that this message didn't come from the family. You might have even guessed that the relationship between the family and the Watchmaker isn't as close as it seems.
That's just our speculation. Actually, it's hard to believe that the father of Penacony and its actual managers are at odds.
Now I can assure you that your speculation is absolutely correct. The family has considered the Watchmaker an enemy for a long time, but the hounds haven't been able to track him down, as he seems to be living only in the characters and stories he created. Let me ask you a question. Have you ever wondered why the family allowed the Watchmaker to send out such a ridiculous message to the outside world, inviting you here and causing chaos?
So, you want to seize this opportunity to expose the Watchmaker?
Well, now you understand why the Oak family authorized the Nameless to assist in the investigation, but kept you in the dark, right? Because the Watchmaker is not the legend of the land of the dreams at all. He's the most shameful stain in the history of Penacony, and he's the root cause of all the anomalies in the dreamscape.
What does this have to do with Mikhail? Mikhail's going to be the Watchmaker. That's where you're going with this.
You don't get it? Well, I mean, Mikhail, the betrayer of the family, he's the Watchmaker.
There we go. There we go. Sometime later. Are we switching perspectives?
Here we are, Clock Studios theme park, the most popular entertainment center in Penacony.
Wait, aren't we supposed to be discussing the Watchmaker? I would have expected you to take us to maybe a library or an archive room of sorts, but an amusement park?
The culture of a city reflects its history in the most authentic way. To you, it's a fun place. But to me, it's a prison for the planet's past. You know that Penacony used to be the IPC's prison planet, right? All the prisoners were brought here, helping the Garden of Recollection salvage the leaking memoria from the macro void.
I mean, yeah, it was a prison colony. A penal colony, hence the name. Penacony. I mean, yeah, you take a few letters out of penal colony, and you end up with Penacony. So, you know.
The prolonged exposure to high concentrations of memoria caused a unique phenomenon. The dreams of countless prisoners intersected and overlapped, and people started meeting each other in their dreams, living lives that were almost identical to reality. But everything has a price, and sweet dreams are no exception. In the end, the dream world was unable to alleviate the suffering of prisoners in reality. One of the prisoners broke free from the IPC shackles and fought for freedom. He is Hanu, the great leader of Dreamville, the great peacemaker, and the faithful companion of the underdogs.
Wait a minute. So, the character Hanu is based on a real-life person?
History is always written by the winners. However, it's undeniable that Clocky is an animation that draws from Penacony's actual history. These characters not only exist in Dreamville, but also in the distant past. Once you realize this, you'll understand why we're here.
There are so many members of the Bloodhound family around here.
They just received a lockdown order, supposedly from Sunday himself. Who knows what it's for?
So then my question becomes, like, are the other characters as well based on actual people? Like, is Clocky... Like, not Clocky itself a real person, but is there someone who Clocky is based on?
Have we met before?
Because that could be the case. Hello. Chap chap. A bird that loves to sing will never have bad fortune. Do you want to be as fortunate as me? Come and sing with me. Sing with a happy chirp. Chirp, chirp, chirp. Now you too are favored by fortunate. Yeah, by fortune, not fortunate, but still. I'll let you have this game's console. I need to go back to the great tree. Bye-bye, chirp. Oh. That's a salad, not a concert. What? You didn't give me the right thing. Alright, so... let's see here. Like, which way are we moving, if at all? Like... doesn't seem to want to move. That could go there. And I can't move you. Like, this one's throwing me off. Like, what? Like, why would you be there? Why? Okay, let's move you out of the way. Let go. Thank you. I wouldn't let go randomly. So, okay, so if we're moving you there, and moving you there, now can you move? There we go. It was just like, wait, what am I missing? It's like, the yellow one's blocking it. Okay, no. Can you go further? No. It's gotta be it with that little connection there, yeah. There we go. It was just figuring out why I couldn't move the blue one. It was like, oh, because it's too far across with the yellow one. There we go. We got a lovely new jacket. Alright, anything else around? Any chip-chips? I think there'd be a chip-chip on this side somewhere, but I don't see one. Very well, let's head on into the theme park.
Huh. So many of them. I've never seen anything like this, even when they're tracking down suspects.
Can you convince them to let us in?
We don't need to go in. We don't want to draw any unwanted attention inside. We can just talk here.
But I want to go in.
Let's find a quiet spot and continue our conversation. View here is great, right? We can see everything from here, including Clocky.
If all the characters in the animation are based on characters in reality, then Clocky's counterpart is definitely the Watchmaker. In the animation, he's Hanu's partner and one of the founders of Dreamville. Does that mean the Watchmaker was personally involved in that war and sided with Asdana?
It was a monumental war for freedom. Hanunu fought alongside a motley crew of masked fools, nameless, history fictionologists, mourning actors, omen vanguards, even visitors from beyond the sky. In the end, they emerged victorious. Among them was the person who would eventually be known as the Watchmaker.
But if you do the math, doesn't that mean the Watchmaker was around for several centuries?
I'm not sure, but Mikhail was already the Watchmaker when I met him, so maybe he inherited the title.
How old are you now, Mr. Officer?
I'm 13.
You what?
No way. Not even close.
Hanunu freed the frontier prison, but peace still eluded him. With limited resources, threats from the outside world, and internal conflicts between major prison districts, the future of Asdana was uncertain. It wasn't until the Watchmaker approached the family with the idea of turning the prison into the planet of festivities that Penacony finally gained its name and glory.
Thus, he became known as the Father of Penacony.
But didn't you say the Watchmaker betrayed the family? And you said you were his companion, so that means you...
No, I'm not his companion, but rather one of his many children. But I am indeed a traitor. Not to the family, but to Mikhail.
What did you do?
I did nothing. And that's the worst betrayal of all. Just like you, I had close companions. We dedicated ourselves to Penacony. But the Oak family, they set us up. Mikhail was too old to protect his children anymore. So we left the family to find our own path. We were branded traitors of the Harmony, even though the true traitors were someone else. While they continue to praise the Watchmaker's name in the world, behind closed doors, they condemn him on a pillar of shame. Nevertheless, we wanted to clear his name. We intended to find the real traitor, the one responsible for all this, and restore harmony to Penacony. But we failed. Too much time had passed, and the land of the dreams had become deeply corrupted. After countless fruitless pursuits, I gave up. Like a lost dog. The family accepted me and made me an officer, supposedly as a form of forgiveness. But it was actually a punishment. Since then, I've been completely cut off from my partners and my past. As for Mikhail, I heard he died in obscurity, in a place where no one could find him. That's when I realized that the Penacony I once knew would never return.
So who's the Watchmaker now?
We're truly sorry for what happened. But this is not the end of the story, right?
Apparently, someone has inherited the title of the Watchmaker and has been secretly working against the family all this time.
Ooh, that's a good thought. Is the Watchmaker an organization?
Well, that's one way to look at it. However, only one member has truly inherited the Watchmaker's title. Unfortunately, after all these years, I have no idea who that person is, or if they're even real. Or just Mikhail's lost soul haunting the dreams. So, do you understand why I'm spilling all this info? Because I believe the girl's death must be connected to the Watchmaker's legacy. And at the end of all these mysteries, we will find the answers we are seeking. If it really is Mikhail's ghost, I want to meet him. If only for the last time. For those who despise me could form a line from here all the way to the entrance of the hotel. But those willing to look me in the eye and hear me out? Let's just say, there won't be many. I've told you all I know is a sign of gratitude. Thank you for listening to this old dog. Bark and all. Something just happened at the theme park. Now if you'll excuse me, good luck to all of you. How ironic. What's so different between the stowaways rejected by Penacony today and the dream seekers once hailed as pioneers several amber eras ago?
Gallagher does have a troubled past, it seems.
While Firefly's whereabouts remain a mystery, his stories shed light on our suspicions about the true identity of the Watchmaker, his connection to the family, and the power struggles hidden behind sweet dreams and death.
Yeah, so let's go through all three here. I was just getting a quick look at them. And that the family isn't all united.
Exactly. Gallagher suggests that the real traitor is someone else, probably within the Oak family.
And that death is related to the Watchmaker.
That lines up with what we've gathered so far. Firefly got involved in this mess because of the legacy, and now we're sure that Aventurine's accusations against Acheron are baseless.
And that Clocky is based on the Watchmaker.
You're really into Clocky, huh? He's just a fictional character, not a real person.
No, we know that. But it's based on. That was the key thing I just said. Oh, fine.
Speaking of which, that Clocky who only reveals himself to you is quite intriguing. It's a shame we've never met him since then.
That's a good point. Where is he? That pretty much sums it up.
Now that we've confirmed a lot of our suspicions, let's take a moment to think about the clues we have. Send a message to Welt and see how things are going on his end.
Ask about Welt's situation. Mr. Young, our investigation here has come to an end. How's progress going on your end? Not too bad. The Galaxy Ranger and I agree that the family might be hiding something extremely important. We're now headed to Dewlight Pavilion. Acheron, huh? Didn't Aventurine say she was dangerous? I've confirmed that she's on our side. Don't worry. Please wait for a while. I'll keep you posted as soon as I find anything. Ooh.
Are your companions worried about you?
They're just checking up on me. Let's get in and get out. Seems they've made some progress. Looks like we're about to enter the depths of Dewlight Pavilion.
It's been a smooth ride. Almost too smooth for a heavily guarded mansion.
Let's see if there's anyone waiting to greet us.
Oh, okay, so we got your perspective now, which has now made my team switch around the two characters there, which is just interesting in itself. Just the fact it's like, oh, well, hold on, I'll switch them. Can I go back out this way? No, I cannot. I actually want to potentially go back to where we were and see about... That's not what I wanted. Go back to you. Yeah, wander around where we were. Oh, there's some popcorn here. Randomly. The traces were wiped clean. What? What? Just what is happening in front of your eyes? You stay stupefied on the spot as your brain rushes to try and make sense of the information. The answer becomes clear very quickly. You have stumbled across a heinous murder. Oh my, judging from the appearance, the deceased is a cassette tape. That's not a cassette tape, is it? Would you call them cassette tapes? I'll call them roll of films, but... yeah. The murderer brutally disemboweled them. You can tell from the large number of dream bubbles floating around the body that the time of death was not long ago. Not far away, you see a billboard seemingly in deep thought about something. It was the billboard. The billboard did it! We have put an end to this. My young friend, I am sorry that our first meeting is under such dire circumstances. Allow me to introduce myself. I am Penaconi's newest detective. Though I do not have official certification yet. Though I am ashamed to admit it, I have yet to discover any useful clues for this case. The culprit was extremely careful. There are no fingerprints, nor are there any signs of struggle on the victim. If it weren't for our fresh dream bubbles scattered across the ground, I'd almost think that the culprit committed the act somewhere else, and then used a vehicle to abandon the body here. Did you notice those tapes? Looks like they've been deliberately tangled up. If the culprit had secretly taken a cutting, it would not be easy to tell. If that's the case, the cassette tape was likely also the motive. Kill the target, steal the evidence, and remove any clues. The culprit has likely been planning the operation today for a long time. You're quite the professional. You're too kind. I've just done a little reading into this kind of thing. Could I possibly ask you to be my assistant on the case? I'm just a billboard, after all. A lot of things are a lot more convenient for you than for me. I know that I'm a little slow-witted, but with your help, maybe I could at least do something for the deceased. You can rest assured with me around. Thank you for your kindness. I'll try to piece the clues together. Would you be able to go and interview the witnesses around here and see whether they have any important leads? The popcorn and soda couples are residents here. They should know something about our victim. Also, there's a group of popcorn and soda detectives that will be heading to the scene. Maybe they'll have insights that can help us. What is happening right now? So I mainly just wanted to come here to pop these, see what would happen. Ooh. Collecting that. Yeah, I want to see if there's any chests as well. Ooh, hello.
Guess even in dreams there's such a thing as...
Huh.
Don't forget to let your friends in on the action.
That's them sorted. Can I do anything else here? Not at the moment. Huh. Entered the safe zone.
Guess even in dreams there's such a thing as...
So was there a door on the other side I could go through? I don't think there was. Or if there is, it's blocked at the moment. Yeah, it's red on the map. Let's continue this investigation. What are you looking at me for? That kid was gonna get what was coming to him one day. Looking at this grisly scene, looks like one of his enemies finally got their revenge. Just because he was always out flirting around doesn't mean he deserved to have his life taken, does it? It was just a little tape that worked so hard to make it here. Then he ended up having his wages cut by a crew boss and getting fired. He may have gone off the rails for a while, but that's understandable, don't you think? Did you hear that version of the story? He told you that himself. He never did any work. He'd just spin his tape and blaze songs all day. The boss couldn't take it, so he gave him the boot. Word on the street is that even he secretly got a big payout for the boss, because he caught him saying something on tape. Oh. If you ask me, I reckon the tape's boss probably hired guys to take him out. Ah. Seems that they all lack the discerning eyes to see the truth. Indeed, Brother Sugar-Free. And they are all too sweet. The sugar in their minds has made their brains sticky. In this whole world, only you truly understand me, brother Original Flavor. The culprit did not intend to kill him. They just happened to unexpectedly hit the victim with their car while driving, unaware of what had happened. They continued to drag the victim forward with their car. And that is the only reason the tape would have been stretched so far. You are correct, brother Original Flavor. But there is one thing I might add. The car in particular was an extremely luxurious limousine, one that only the richest in Penacony could afford. You are surely a master detective, brother Sugar-Free. Pray tell, how did you come up with this conclusion for that detail? It is simple. Happened to witness them driving away when I arrived. There we go. That damn kid always playing songs super loud in the middle of the night. If I wasn't too lazy to move, I'd have gone out there and introduced him to my hammer. Sweetheart, calm down. What if someone hears you and thinks you are the murderer? Let's just go on with our lives and not sink to those nasty gangsters' level. I'd love to calm down. But that little runt borrowed 1,000 alfalfa coins, or credits, from me and hasn't returned it. If he didn't gamble that money away, he must have spent it getting drunk and partying with those local thugs. Let's head back home. Last night his terrible gutter music was so loud. I'm still exhausted. I've lost all my fizz. Now you've wound me up again saying that. I should head over there and give him a good kicking. He's dead. All right, let's go home. Don't let people see you causing a scene. Oh dear. But they're actually gone, okay. Thank you. For your hard work, we'll be able to bring the culprit to justice. I saw you standing by those 2 popcorns for a while. Did you overhear any information? He and his boss had disagreements. You repeat the conversation to the detective exactly as you heard it. A bit of a problematic character, huh? Seems like the boss had been blackmailed by him for some time and had reason to want to silence him. Cutting the tape is also to destroy the dirt the deceased held on him. Although we are not ready to reach a final conclusion yet, let's keep searching for clues. About the soda couple, what did they say? They said there was loud music playing last night. You relayed the soda couple's conversation to the detective word for word. Intelligent life forms can easily grow violent under exposure to environments with loud noise. Not all crimes must have an obvious motive after all. But with the preparation that the culprit must have gone to, it's hard to imagine that this was just a moment of passion. The music was likely a way to cover up his movements. Let's go and listen out for more clues. What about our different flavored friends there? I see they have some opinions on the case. The culprit is you! Flawed. With the case you put forward, it is not impossible. As the detective on this case, I am the last person people would suspect as the culprit. Unfortunately, I had neither the time nor the motive to commit the murder. Let's get back to the problem at hand. It was worth a try. Some things about this case are rushing around my mind, but as soon as I reach out to put them together, they are gone again. Let me gather my thoughts, friend. I see you are tired too. Perhaps we should leave it here for now. If there's anything further in information land, I will let you know. Billboard detective hangs his head and leaves as if in deep thought. What? Are we done? Like, where did you go? What? What? Where did you... That can't be the end of that. I guess we'll be back here at a later time then. We'll end this part here and we'll be heading back over to Acheron's point of view in the next part. Ta-da for now.